What magazine is this?
LOI magazine.
LOI.
Independent, we're working on it.
Oh, okay.
You see this right here? This is another classical Mac record. If you need your pimping right, tune in.
Yo, that look like some Godfather's, like, Return of the Mac.
This is Mafia Mac, nigga.
Ow, ow.
Two of America's most wanted. We are back.
J Noblez.
Tone Groove, and this is, go ahead, introduce it.
You know, this is the show. This is the movie, cinema, 4K. You feel me? 60 frames per second. This is the real deal you are witnessing right now.
You see these lounge chairs? We lounging. This ain't a podcast no more. The podcast is dead.
Nigga.
It's over. It's obsolete at this point.
Nigga, we don't even have to talk. We can just sit still, nigga. This shit look pimping.
Pose. I got my thinking cap.
But you know, we in the building and shit. But hey, you know,
it's LOI the show.
Thank you for coming. Please check out everything in the description. Subscribe. Let's get into it.
Yeah, you got to say all the YouTube jargon.
We have to, all right.
That's
yeah.
all the YouTube bullshit.
Yeah.
Let's talk about something, nigga. It's these Pride burgers, right? You seen that?
Yes, Burger King is making a new burger. It's a Pride burger. We're gonna put it on the screen. You know, this is a real deal. Bow. So what you see right now is a fucking Pride burger.
It's a same-sex sandwich. 2 top
and 2 bottoms. Now, when you at first said that shit, I was like, what do you mean by that? But then I was like, oh shit. 2 fucking tops and 2 bottoms.
And 2 bottoms.
Yo.
Logically speaking, right?
Yeah.
You know, in a same-sex relationship, there's still a top and there's still a bottom. You can't do 2 bottoms.
Exactly.
And 2 tops. Because you can't scissor like your ass.
Exactly.
You feel me? So it's got to be somebody penetrating and getting penetrated. Yeah. So logically, it doesn't make sense. But if I had to defend it, right, it's same-sex sandwiches.
Yo.
So the buns got to be of the same variety, right?
And like, honestly, right, because it feels like pandering. Like, I'm not gay, but it's like, you know, when companies was doing black shit, when, you know, all the
Juneteenth ice cream,
you know, it's like pandering. It feels like pandering, but yo, it's a genius idea. Like whoever created that shit in the marketing, like, yo, what if we have 2 tops? They're gay. Boom.
Same-sex sandwiches. It's like,
what? You know the price?
I don't know the price, but when I first saw the 2 top buns, I was like, all right, if I had a sandwich shack, right, you know, just my market in mind, like I want my burger to stand out different than other burgers on the block. The 2 top buns look cool.
Yeah.
But it's just all about the symbolism. It's not symbolizing, you know, you having sex with another man.
Yeah. Pride burger. I wonder how.
It's just about having the most pimping burger on the market.
And it's like the shit look good. It's like, look cool. Like,
you know, you think it's more grabbable, more
nigga,
secure
it's
because it's 2 top buns. It's almost like a circle.
Yeah, I was about to say it's a lot more full, a lot more meatier. Pause. But you know. It looked like some good shit. Shout out to all the Pride and all the Pride members, LGBTQ. I know y'all happy about this, hopefully. I don't know who the fuck eats Burger King, but nigga.
This is
hopefully somebody's happy about that shit. On some like, you know,
on some shit.
Yeah.
All right, but to play devil's advocate, because, you know, people say it's pandering, and even the Juneteenth ice cream situation, right? Like, motherfuckers complain about not being represented. But once they show representation, they upset with the representation.
Exactly.
It's they're not gonna care about you unless they can profit off you. This is capitalism at the end of the day. We ain't just doing Black Lives Matter coupons and not selling books.
Exactly.
Like, it's gotta be something. You know, it's gotta make sense at the end of the day.
You know, Groove, it's a fucking fine line between it. You know what I mean? It's a fine line. Like Ben & Jerry's, for those of you that don't know, Ben & Jerry's, you know, they heavily support Black Lives Matter. And when they do it
with niggas.
Yeah, they really do. Like, they was selling a limited time ice cream, and all the profits from that shit went to Black Lives Matter, who that bitch spent it on a mansion. Shout out to her. I mean, hey, fuck it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? But Ben & Jerry's, they do it, you know, honorably.
In a manner that doesn't feel like they're pandering.
But
do they just have the credibility from you because, you know, they've been doing it for a minute?
You know, they built up the rep. They was ahead of the curve. You feel me? Burger King.
They was doing it before it was hot.
Exactly. So it was some real shit. Burger King, they was just like, yo, it's June. It's Pride Month, right?
Pride Month? I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't know when that happens.
Yeah.
They took the rainbow though, so shout out to them.
Yeah, shout out to them.
Like, what's like a real American symbol that black people can just nab and make it ours. Because that rainbow was genius.
We have a black flag, bro. It's the one with the sword.
But
it's the black red.
Already a popular concept that we took for ours. You get what I'm saying?
You gotta
They
understand.
own the rainbow. Niggas feel weird eating Skittles sometimes.
Yeah.
You want to send off the wrong message.
Yeah, and it's like, hey man, it's a movement. Shout out to them. Like, you can't really hate, because if you hate, like, we was doing the same shit as black people. Like, literally the same shit. We was marching. We was getting in the newspapers. They ain't have no Pride burgers. I don't know how the fuck they got that, but shit.
Yeah, Pride burgers.
We was in the streets too, so shout out to them. Out here hustling.
Fighting for their rights.
Fighting for their rights.
All right, cool. But it's like it does get to a point where it feels like everybody wants their own thing to be a victim about. Like, I even saw Dan Bilzerian talking to Adam 22, just complaining about how hard it is to be a white cisgendered male in America nowadays.
And
it's like, welcome to the club, my nigga.
Yeah. And it's been that way. Some would say it's been that way for like a decade, a couple decades, The straight white male can't say nothing. You feel me? But
niggas not getting movie roles.
What they say,
diversity.
Exactly. What they say, you live in your father's sins. You feel me? So
yeah, something like that. Like, you sleep in the bed that your brother pissed in or something.
Yeah. Brother shitted in. But shout out to Burger King though. Pride Burgers. I hope McDonald's, follow suit. All the companies get on board.
Some fly ass black shit.
I was thinking that, bro. It wouldn't.
What you mean?
A black bun. Can they what's that shit?
Branded?
Stamp brand. Thank you. Brand a bun, nigga.
I think that's what it's called.
It's called branded cows. Yep. Brand.
They can most definitely do that to a bun.
What would you put on that shit?
I don't know. Because it's like, you don't want to waste that.
You don't want to waste it.
You don't want to waste that. What is the purpose? Am I making burgers for niggas?
I think you're showing support. Like, what if they stamped Juneteenth on a motherfucking patty?
I don't know.
Like a limited time, like, boom.
Juneteenth. If, like, all right, if they wanted to make Juneteenth some mainstream shit, it'd probably be good to throw that on a burger. But what's something that's like more culturally relevant to black people already? Some shit we worship that's not dysfunctional. Throw that shit on there. You know what they should do?
What?
Should put cocoa butter buns.
That's how they're gonna mark.
Butter?
Coconut oil.
Coconut oil. They can do some marketing.
Yeah, they can do some marketing with that shit. Cocoa butter buns, cocoa butter babies.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But it could come off offensive. And speaking of offensive terminology, I saw this one girl tweet that as soon as a motherfucker starts saying females, she takes her ears off and puts them in a purse. How you?
You see, I call women a lot of things. I call them by the name. I call them beautiful. I call them sweetie. I call them bitch, hoe, whore. Rarely whore. Sluts, concubines, harlots, nigga. I'm going back in the day with it, nigga. Okay. It's encyclopedia up here, nigga. But I call them a lot of things, but I do understand when it's like, not the female. I think that's kind of like crazy.
Females a little crazy.
But
so what are you saying?
Can you see their argument though? Can you see the argument in it?
No. Well, I don't know, because nobody's sitting here making an argument. But if I had to play devil's advocate and reconstruct the shit, it's like, it's disrespectful because you're reducing me to my biological nature
of an animal, which we all are.
Yeah. See, I saw one girl say it's almost like I don't know. It's like calling
But you call women bitches, right?
On occasion.
Like, this is the argument, right? Like, oh, you call women bitches. What about your mother? Like, what about your mother? You call your mother bitch, huh? That's how you look at your mother.
See, it's different hats for different individuals.
Yeah.
Like, I talk dirty to my girl. I'm not gonna talk dirty to my aunt.
Yeah.
Like, well, that weird logic that even Jada Pinkett Smith be talking about. Like, you call one bitch a bitch, you call us all bitches.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Like, y'all are all connected.
Yeah, like there's no individual.
Yeah. But I mean, you see, we should have had like a woman in here to like really see how she feels about the word
Don't worry.
biatch.
We got a new show format, which you'll see coming up very fucking soon. We
Bow.
can get some different opinions.
Yeah.
Back to our opinions.
Yeah, I call women bitches. Shout out to all the bitches. You know, bitches like,
Shout out to the lovely ladies at LOY too. You know, we forgot to do that.
Yeah.
Can't forget about yours.
but like bitches like, I remember like the first time I really like started calling women bitches. It's probably middle school and some shit. You know, that was like the smack ass era.
Slap ass Friday.
Bow.
It's problematic.
You feel me? Apologies for
Young
my
niggas catching me too.
Yeah, you know, I committed haram back in the day. I was, you know, smacking asses.
I don't know what that means, so I ain't going to admit to nothing. You know,
haram, it's sin. Smacking bitches' asses. I'm assuming that's sin. But middle
Before
school,
marriage.
yeah. But middle school was when I first started calling women bitches, and it was honestly like, just like empowering
explain it.
in a weird way because it's like
all right, you sound
bitch is like
crazy.
When you first heard the word bitch, it was probably coming from a rapper who used it in a derogatory way. So when you use the word bitch in that way, it probably comes from a derogatory standpoint where you're kind of belittling that word. You feel me?
Belittling.
Yeah. You had to say it. You had to say it so
I had to say it like sugar free or something.
Yeah. So that's what I mean. It probably comes from a derogatory standpoint. Now when I say it, I just use it as a straight word.
Terminology.
Word.
It's like ladies and gentlemen, niggas and bitches. That might just be
Mrs.,
y'all young,
Mr..
ignorant minds.
Nah, bruh. Like
We not formal.
my uncle, I think he still called women bitches. Like now, I don't know. Yeah, that doesn't.
okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I got an uncle that smoke crack.
Thank you for the information.
Not every uncle is somebody that aspire to be.
Yeah. But it's a generation of men who, you know, use that word loosely, and it's not disrespectful.
It's a generation of women who use that word very loosely.
Very loosely.
It's like comrade,
companion, partner. You feel me? It's all that into one.
It could also be a position of power. Boss bitch.
Broke bitch. It could also be a demeaning thing. You see, and that's why I feel like, what if like they hear it coming from us, so in their head,
Basic bitch, shout out Lil Duval. Lil Duval don't be getting his credit for coining that terminology.
basic bitch?
He made that term.
He made that term?
Nigga, that's documented.
Nigga, that shit is documented.
It's a real thing.
Shit is stamped.
Niggas ain't started saying that shit. And you know, coming from a nigga who gets his immaculate statements, you know, stolen from often.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, I like credit. I like giving credit where credit is due.
Nigga, you have to.
If I say some fly shit, I'm gonna tell you who said it. Most of the time it's gonna be me.
Yeah.
But it takes a village.
You know, it takes a village.
It takes a village.
I met a Fred Hampton disciple. I was walking to my crib, right? You know, one of my older homies, you know what I mean? He was talking to one of my neighbors. You know, I say, what's up? Dap him up. What y'all talking about? They talking about guns, right? Speaking of guns.
Stick talk.
They're talking about the state of guns in America, right? And their viewpoints. I asked them, right? You know, my OG, you know, for all intents and purposes, OG.
Yeah.
You know.
Loosely.
Loosely, but we cool.
Old
though.
nigga.
We cool.
We should start saying ON for them individuals. Like, hey, that's my ON.
Old nigga.
My residential old nigga.
Yeah.
Everybody got one. Every block, every hood, every cul-de-sac.
Yeah. Hey, what's happening, Pippin? But yeah, you know, I had asked him about his view on guns. And his whole point was, you know, I think we should regulate them. We should regulate, you know, ARs and whatnot. Make it so you have to be a certain age. This nigga said you should be 25. Like, you got to wait till 25 to own a gun. How do you feel about that? You think 25 is like an old ass age to be old, like owning a gun? I feel like it should be 21.
It's weird in general because it's like, this is a big conversation that niggas really need to have. At what age are you old enough to make your own decisions? Like, it's some states where you can fuck a 16-year-old.
16 is good.
16 good money.
17 is good in Europe or younger over there. You feel me?
But they changed the age limit from buying cigarettes from 18 to 21.
We was in high school when that happened.
You can't buy liquor until you're 21. And man, like nigga, do you think we should have been more pissed off about that shit? They took away a right.
Yeah.
We should have did a coup.
Storm the Capitol.
Because think about it. For like a good 6-7 months, right? I had turned 18. I was able to go get my backwoods legally.
Yeah.
I ain't had to find no hanky-danky shit. I ain't had to mac on no cashiers. I could go in like a grown man.
Yeah.
But my backwoods like a grown man. 6 months later, my right has been taken away.
Thankfully, we wasn't that far away from 21, so it's not like we had to wait. And, you know, there's ways of, you know, getting around that.
Yeah.
But it was still like, yeah, we should have been mad. Niggas was mad, though. We were mad.
But we didn't protest. We didn't riot in the streets.
Nigga, you would have did that.
A coup.
A coup.
Shit was ridiculous. But at what age can you start making decisions for yourself? Like, I really think, all right, 18.
Talk about yourself. Like, what age? Well, niggas is still young.
See, I'm a regal individual,
Yeah.
right? I've been told this is not a personal indictment of myself, but I've been told I'm an old soul.
Yeah.
It's a little bit wiser than the average aging in my age. I ain't say that.
That's been told.
I still dabble in my own ignorance.
You think
But
you was responsible enough at 18 to possibly own a gun and not like, you know, do anything stupid with it? At 18.
yeah.
18?
Yeah. I was never all right, I'm gonna get a gun, let me take a picture with it. I was never, let me show it off to the homies. I was never, let me get some pussy off my Glock.
Yeah.
I always use my crutch for that.
Yeah.
It suffice enough.
Get
so
the
it's like,
gas.
I think reasonably, right, I had pretty good gun training mentally. And I went to the range with my uncle and shit, so guns wasn't a big deal to me. It wasn't a toy.
Yeah.
I realized it was a thing for protection.
Yeah.
Too.
How do you think
I'm not just walking around with a hammer if I don't got no nails.
How you think some people like confuse that? Like the other end of the spectrum where you have in Texas, RIP to all the kids, it's a fucked up situation.
Oh, you talking about like some school shooter shit? Because even like
school shooting
even
or like the
some
Brooklyn
young,
shooting.
I'm about to say even like some young nigga shit.
Inner
Niggas
city.
In the hood.
Yeah.
Inner city youth. They might have just fallen victim to the influence in them riddles. Rap music, man.
Yeah.
Hate to sound like Dolores Tucker, but it's like, we celebrate dysfunction in a way, and it might have glorified some shit. Like, influence is influence.
Bro.
It's up to it's kind of up to you what you get influenced by. Like for me growing up personally, right? It was thugs, it was gangsters, it was all them drug dealers and shit. I wasn't more influenced by the pimps.
Yeah.
They spoke my language more so. We was channeling the same frequency. It's some niggas, anger issues, pent up aggression.
Shit is so.
They want some more violent contact sport. It's like basketball and football, nigga. I'm a tall, slender nigga. I get buckets.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna go run on that field and get CTE.
Fuck that.
Nah,
Gonna fuck up fuck up your future.
It's not my twist.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. Like, being young, living in the inner city and shit. I was around all of, bad shit. You know what I mean? But that just wasn't my shit. Like, I made that choice. Like, I was very aware of that choice. I was like, bro, these niggas not... Maybe if they was getting some money, I would have, succumbed to the devil, as some would say. You feel me?
Tangle with her.
But that's just not how it happened. But guns are a big problem in America, right? And LOI.
It's a divisive issue.
Yeah, LOI, we've taken upon ourselves to tackle the issue. You know what I mean? We're politicians, we podcasters, we creative directors.
Your fucking mouth.
I'm saying we do that all. We do it sometimes. It's a hobby. It's a hobby now. It's a hobby. It's a hobby.
We're talk show hosts.
Talk show host.
Say it, nigga. It's a mouth.
Yeah.
Believe it.
Yo, we should open up with that shit. Let's hit the streets.
Bro boys on the road.
Ow, ow.
Ooh, look, it's titties. I think those are man titties. I don't know what I'm looking at.
That's the dominatrix BDSM.
BDSM shit, yeah, sex slavery.
That bitch got a gun?
Bitch got a gun and a cigarette, pimp.
Oh, shit.
Got her man titty man on the leash.
Yeah, I was about to say.
What they call him, a gimp?
Nigga, yeah. That's misandry.
Pro guns or no guns?
It's not that easy, man. I mean, obviously our Second Amendment is a very big thing that needs to be protected, but I don't think it's that simple of an answer to pro guns or no guns. You have both sides having extreme alternatives. One side saying arm teachers, that's our defense. The other side saying, no, let's get rid of some of these guns. It's more of a combination of both. And I think there's some things that everyone can kind of compromise on, such as a lot of people, when you buy guns, it's a rite of passage.
Yeah.
You're not going in and waking up and saying, I need a gun to go hunting today. You're going hunting, you're borrowing a gun. You're not waking up and just saying, I'm going to the range today, I'm getting a gun. So I think something we could do, which for long guns, that's similar to pistols, you can't just wake up and buy a pistol next day. You have to go and get a permit. It takes 30 or so days. You have to get approved by the sheriff. I don't think it's crazy to say that for long guns, for shotguns, for ARs and stuff like that. So I think there's some common ground we can come to the middle. I don't think it's one way or the other. So
At what age do you think you should be able to make decisions for yourself? Like,
I don't think it's the age that's the issue. It's more getting guns out of people who are so far off mentally. Because in my opinion, if you have a person who's that far off mentally, it doesn't matter whether they have a gun, they could use a knife or a shovel and cause just as much damage. So that's kind of the thing. It's not necessarily the weapon, it's the mental health. I think we need to invest a lot more in our country.
It's a mental health issue overall.
Definitely a mental health issue that we need to invest a lot more money in, and it's sad you see a whole bunch of money being spent but not a lot to that issue. So
let me ask you, do guns hurt people or do people hurt people?
Well, that's a simple question. In that guns is just like your automobile out there without the driver, you know, it's not going to hurt anybody. You know? And guns get a bad rep, but there is people out there who don't need to be having guns. I'm in favor of the law-abiding citizen being able to protect his home, his castle, and so forth. You know.
You gotta secure the fortress.
Yeah.
You got to take care of business.
Can you point out your favorite gun in here?
Mine's loaded, so I won't show you.
Oh, okay. Oh,
See, gun safety.
Gun safety.
Always first.
It's in my pocket. So.
Oh.
And the only time you see is that, well, you won't see it.
Yeah, you're going to be on the ground.
You won't hear it.
So you say your shop has been here for 43 years. What's some of the craziest things you've seen in there?
Two young black folks coming
Walking in with a camera and
that's the craziest thing.
No, we get folks in here sometimes,
Okay.
you know, with their breeches hanging to their knees, but you cannot judge a person by the way they look. Look at me. Look at me.
So I was just about to ask you don't have any ARs, but then I looked to my left and I see some ARs.
There's a couple there.
Why do you think you need an AR?
Well, the need is not there primarily. If you need it, it would be no fun in having it.
Oh, so that's a good answer.
Then you wouldn't want it. Yeah.
Right, the want, you know. Get it. I buy shit I don't need, I want. That's why I've got 42 Ruger 1022 rifles of my own collection. I want them. And I say if you can afford it and you want it, get it. Life is too short to go with ugly women or say, well, I wished I'd done this. I wish to do it. If you get slapped, I mean, that's it.
Yeah, don't settle. Just go for it.
it.
All right, no guns or pro guns. How you feeling?
Bro, I'm pro guns, bro. I ain't even gonna cap, bro. It's like, shit save your life, bro. Guns do not kill people. People kill people.
Ooh, we ain't even had to ask you questions.
I can't even say nothing after that one. I can't say nothing.
There's nothing to elaborate on. Damn beast.
Only this nigga would think of something like that.
You look like a botanist.
Grab by the pussy.
You heard me? I ain't got a problem grabbing that Medina pocket, but lighting that ass up. Huh?
How you feeling, man? No guns or pro guns?
I mean, I'm kind of in the middle, so I believe it should be harder to get, like, to attain, like, rifles and stuff like that. But, I mean, in regards to, like, handguns and stuff, the process is still a little bit too easy, but it definitely should be harder to obtain, a weapon, you know what I'm saying? But I'm not fully against it, and I'm not fully for it, just because there are people that use it to protect their families and themselves. And then there are also, if you look at the reverse side of things, it's too easy to get one, and then you can go do damage.
Shoot up a school.
Yeah, in your community. So I can see it from both ways, but that's just how I sit on it.
What do you think should be the legal age?
21.
21?
I mean,
Good money right there?
I mean, it's like drinking alcohol. Like, it's the age of 21. Gambling's 21. They feel like that's when your mental is like fully developed, but 21 should definitely be the age. For
21
sure.
sound good, man.
Yeah.
21 and over.
Yeah.
We back in the Wild Wild West days. Why not? Why not? What gave the white man a right to walk around with a gun and run around here talking about who Who you? Yeah, right. Think about it. Huh? The white man, he was here, he was hired to protect his own, not us. He created a business off of us. You know, there's more European alcoholics. Well, don't let them get you out here. Huh? Huh? Get their hands on it.
Grab by the pussy.
You heard me? I ain't got a problem grabbing that Medea pocketbook, lighting that ass up. Huh?
Congratulations.
You made it to the end. Thank you. Thank you for watching.
What'd you call them earlier?
Niggas and nigglets.
Yeah, shout out the niggas, the nigglets, the ladies, the gents, the pimps, the whores.
You know what I mean?
You made it to the end of this show. Emphasis on the word show, which is important because...
You know, the podcast, we had a burial for it 6 months ago. It's 6 feet under right now. You know what I mean? Shout out to the podcast, but you know, now we're a talk show.
Yeah, talk
you feel
show,
me?
nigga.
We've upgraded our minds, our ism, our spirituality, you know what I mean? All that other shit.
In the journey to differentiate ourselves between you niggas and nigglets.
Yeah.
We had to think deeper and think harder. So now we got a whole lot more work to do.
Yeah, we got a lot more work to do. And you know, speaking of that, we finna get to it right now. So thank you for watching. Please like and share, subscribe, you know what I mean? Tell your mom, granddad, nephew, niece, your side hoe, your wife, you know what I mean? Both of them, you know what I mean?
There's 2 of America's most wanted here. It's Tone Groove, this
J
my
Noblez,
nigga.
you know what I mean? We in the building. Thank you. Bow. Shit. The fuck?